Here we go, part 3. We're gonna be doing this again. We are gonna be testing, or trying to test and compare these two same varietal of beans, same roast profile, but different processing. And I failed the first 2 times, and I'm praying that we can get it this 3rd time. I don't know, because I was looking back at the video to remind myself of what grind setting I had the burrata at to grind these up, and I'm pretty sure I used the Co-Ferment. The only one I used was Co-Ferment, the Co-Fermented one last time, and even at the 4 grind setting, it still came out way too quick. I'm going to bump it down to 3 to make it finer. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is going to have to be a pour over comparison, but we're going to try the science one, so the Miscellar washed processed bean. We're going to try that out of 3. If it comes out successfully during the brew, then we'll compare it with the Co-Ferment. So I'm going to pop you guys on the tripod, and we're going to give this a go. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to take the science one here, and we're going to weigh out 19 grams. It smells really nice. I'm definitely getting like a familiar scent. I just can't pinpoint what the heck it is. All right, we're at 18.9. That'll suffice. We're going to set it to 3, which it's on already, and let's do this. All right. Let me just make sure the angle's good for you guys. Yeah, right there. Get a little Home Depot sponsorship for this one. So this is the finest I've grinded these beans, or any bean, in a while. And I think it's the last time I've had to grind something this fine was like directly after, maybe 3 days after I roasted coffee, and I still don't think it was finished developing, and for whatever reason it just wouldn't create enough pressure in the puck to provide enough resistance during the brew, and that was causing, it was still causing super high flow. What do you call that? It was a low extraction. What do you call it? High extraction, low extraction? I forgot. I can't even think straight. It's been so freaking hot out. But we're gonna give this a go. I'm rushing because I do have to get back to the office. Gotta prepare for the farmer's market tomorrow, which will sadly be in like 100-degree weather. All right, let me get a nice tamp. All right. All right, that's set. Let me run the machine, get it heated up. And we're gonna hope for the best over here. This is super fine. This is looking like Turkish grounds. If it flies through this, then it means it's still not fully developed, or I don't know. I mean, the grinder, there's nothing wrong with the grinder. The grinder works extremely well for what it is. But let me pick you guys up and let's hope for the best over here. Praying this works, man. Praying this works. Okay. All right. Here we go. Much better. Much better. Still coming through quick though, which is kind of crazy. Already at 30 grams at 10 seconds. I'm gonna stop it right there. Wow, this is wild. What does it mean? Is it still developing? Is it still developing? That is a question. And it's a fresh roast, like it's barely a month old, right? Like low crema. It's not a lot of crema. It's lighter in color. That's such an interesting like scent. Really, really interesting. You know what I should have did? I probably should have pulled like a 1-to-3 ratio, right? Pull like 45 to 50 grams. Oh yeah, I remembered. It wasn't low extraction. This was under extraction. Under extracted. It didn't brew enough. It didn't. So the water didn't brew, or what do you call it? It didn't sit long enough in the coffee for it to acquire or absorb enough of the coffee itself, which creates a lighter brew. What do you call it with tea? I forgot. Tea. I don't know. I keep wanting to say tamp, but it's not tamp. I can't remember. But it didn't brew long enough in the coffee before coming through the puck into the glass. It's good. I don't know. All I remember from the flavor notes was mulled wine and yellow fruits. It's really hard to say what's what because of the pour brew, you know, so I can't even correctly review this again. So what I'm gonna do is after this, I'm just going to make a pour over. I only have 2 more pulls for each with the espresso machine. So maybe I'll save one for the espresso machine, one each, to let it sit a little longer. Maybe it's still developing. And then the other way I'll do it with the remainder of the beans is do a pour over with each of them. I don't know, I'm not really getting any of it. So we're supposed to pineapple tea. Cinnamon, it's supposed to, yeah, it's definitely complex. Mulled wine. I don't know what mulled wine is. Either way, like, it's not fair to judge. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, it still tastes good. I definitely should have did a bigger ratio than a 1-to-2 for this espresso. It should have been, right, like I did 19 grams in. That's 38. So we should have done at least 47 grams total with the brew. So I should have done more, but with how fast it was coming out, you know, like you're still not going to get a correctly brewed espresso. So we'll do the Chemex next for both of them, because that's definitely going to be easier to nail, I would say, versus my current situation. And that'll be a continuation of this video. So this one is an update on the house. We are bringing things in. Tomorrow is the big day. We're going to be emptying out the apartment and the storage unit as well, or as much of the storage unit as we can, and try to get settled in. All right. Got a lot of work to do. I think we decided that we're going to pretty much keep this to be my area with the coffee. So I definitely want to get some like plants or something. Who knows? Figure it out. Too much on my mind. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one.